Mr. Masoro's compound. Mr. Masoro lives at Igombe in a village called Kasamwa. Kasamwa is one of the villages in Igombe and in Mwanza district. Mr. Masombe has got one wife and 9 children, but right now he's got 4 children only who are alive, 5 are deceased, and he's also got 5 grandchildren. Mr. Masombe, he's got a very hard life.
Mwanza is one of Tanzania's fast-growing cities. The existing services and infrastructure cannot keep up with the needs of expanding population. The city of Mwanza is located in the northeast of Tanzania on the southern shores of Lake Victoria. Mwanza is the country's second largest city with approximately 700,000 of inhabitants. About 60% of houses are built in unplanned areas. Most families in rural areas do not have access to electricity or clean water. In addition, there are few schools and hospitals in rural areas. The lack of sanitary facilities and clean drinking water, unfortunately, simply means that many people suffer from diseases that are both preventable and treatable. It takes the journey of more than 20 kilometers from Mwanza city to reach in Kasamwa, the village near Igombe, which is in north from Mwanza city. Alongside the village is where Mr. Nasoro Masombe lives, a father with 1 wife, 4 children, and 5 grandchildren. The area has no electricity, no roads, and worst of all, no clean and safe water. And this is the water they depend for cooking and drinking. His household is far from Kasamwa village. This has caused all of his children to lack education since the school is far from where he lives.
I don't have any official job which could help me to pay school fee for my children and grandchildren. Though the school itself is very far away from here, my children cannot afford to go there every day, and I am a small farmer. I only cultivate cassava and maize just to feed my family. All of their eyes are on me. This burden is too big for me. It is too hard to handle, but I have no otherwise. That is why I always do whatever I can to make sure that the family at least does not starve.
In Africa, one of the major trends in recent years is the abandonment of families due to various reasons. Esther Nasoro is one of the victims of this trend. Her husband has abandoned her since last 2 years. She was left with 2 children. Now the only help she depends on is her father, Mr. Nasoro.
My husband left me and married another woman. At first he lied to me. He said he was going to seek for better life in town, but he was not. He was just going to another woman. I had no otherwise. I had to come back home. He knows that I have his children, but he has never sent even a single cent for the needs of the kids. It is only my father who has to struggle to sustain our living here.
The family has not eaten anything since yesterday evening. It is time for lunch now. Esther has to light up the firewood so that she can cook. The boy seems to be very hungry. It has been a long way, in fact, since yesterday. This is Emma, Mr. Nasoro's last born. She is 12, and yet not at school. Her father's poverty is costing her no school fees, and luckily enough, the school is far from home. On the other side of the village, there is Julita's family. She is a mother of 2 children. Her husband passed away 5 years ago. She is a widow with no regular source of income. She cultivates crops to sustain the basic needs of her family. Her boy, James, is in primary school in standard 5. And this little one cannot go to school because Julita has no capacity of sending both of her children to school. Baba yao yupo?
Baba yao alishafariki.
Alifariki. Okay. Unamudu vipi kuwalea na kuwatunza watoto wako?
Nataka msaada.
Unawalea kwa mfumo upi? Unafanyaje ili kuwalea?
Nalima.
Unalima? Wangapi wanasoma?
Wanasoma sasa hivi ni 2, wengine chamaliza la 7 mwaka huu.
Wanasubiri matokeo. Okay. Pengine ni nini hasa ungehitaji labda kuweza kusaidiwa?
Nguo za shule, madaftari.
Basi.
Na viatu.
Na vipi kama wakichukuliwa usaidiwe kwa ajili ya kuwasomesha watoto wako?
Kama kanyoro benya vitu. Yari mwakati.
Sawa.
Upo tayari? Haya, tunashukuru. These 2 families are just among many more in Mwanza region and Tanzania at large. Poverty is putting children in danger due to lack of social services like food, electricity, safe water, and education. Therefore, deliberate efforts and help is needed to secure these children.